on to you Scorpios out here? So you have the Four of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and then you Scorpios have the Ten of Cups. Oh, so there's a lot of joy that a lot of you Scorpios have being single. Again, I don't think you Scorpios are really looking for people. I think you Scorpios right now, and you're being honest about it, right? Um, I've talked about this before. A lot of people want to be single, but they're not really honest about it. You know, a lot of people are really not being honest because as soon as they get themselves into relationships, they start acting a fool. And so, even the producer Hit Boy was talking about it, right? I'll post the link in the comment section if you want me to. Let me know. But even Hit Boy, shout outs to the Big Hit, shout outs to Hit Boy, both of them. If you know, you know. So basically doing a thing. And that's what you Scorpios are doing. You're doing your thing too, because you just don't see the upside in a lot of like modern day relationships, because a lot of people out here faking that they want a relationship anyway. And you're not really getting what it is that you want. Because to be in relationships to do what? Especially if you're not really gaining the value that you put in the relationships back. People just use you, Scorpios, as a means of a come up. Ten of Cups, a lot of you are very thankful. A lot of you are very fruitful, very joyous to actually be by yourself, because I'm a say something, and this is something that I've only said once before out loud. The happiest I'm really at my happiest and really at my most joyful when I'm not really seeking anybody, truth be told, because a lot of people really, again, fake the funk. And it's like a lot of the times people like getting off on, I'm a friend zone you, or I'm gonna turn you down. And it's like, when I'm not looking, honestly, that's when I'm at my most joyful, because I'm just like, okay, I wasn't looking, I don't care, because I don't want you to, I don't care if you like me or not, because I'm not looking for you anyway. I'm not looking for anybody, truth be told. That's when I'm really at, I have my thickest skin, right? Like I'm just like, okay, so care if you like me or not, because I'm not trying to get close to you anyway, right? Like we could be friends or something, but no disrespect. I'm really gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm really just gonna just be friends with you on the low. Just keep it moving. Like, I'll say what's up to you and be cordial, peace and everything like that. But other than that, after that, I'm out. Like I ain't really I'm not really looking for a significant other anyway. And so so I'm right there with you, Scorpios. That's when I'm really at my most, because like for me, getting into relationships is this uphill thing. And for you, Scorpios, I could only imagine how it's been for y'all, especially within the last year, the ups and the downs. Y'all think y'all got yourselves into good relationships, and then come to find out you Scorpios gotten yourselves into relationships with a bunch of goofies. And so the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles here for you Scorpios just speaks about how, and that's the thing, now that you don't want to do all that, that's when it is that people want to get your attention. But again, like you're not a dial that people can essentially turn up and turn down, right? Like you're not a stereo that people turn up and turn down. It's, you're a living being. And so, people really got to start appreciating you when you are offering that kind of attention, because you Scorpios don't have to offer that kind of attention at all. And as of right now, you Scorpios choose not to offer that kind of attention, because are you really would you Scorpios actually really be getting your value back or gaining anything back, in the first place? And people are searching for value, right? People want value, and a lot of the times people change their price tag according to whom it is, because they're wishy-washy, because they lack a spiritual value, right? And a value system overall. They end up being for sale, right? Their soul is for sale. They end up being wishy-washy because they don't know themselves, and not trying to get to know themselves. And they're just basically, they just go essentially to the highest bidder. Their loyalty is with the highest bidder. And so the situation for you, it becomes this game where if you want to keep this person, you got to always be in competition with other people and show and prove that you're always the highest bidder, right? And that's lame. And a lot of people don't want to do that. People want value. They don't want to have to compete, because this is part of where the animosity and stuff like that comes from too. It's also because this is where a lot of the competition comes from, Scorpio, because a lot of it comes from the fact that you feel like you got to constantly be in competition with other people, because disloyal individuals, they just go wherever it is that whoever has the most amount of money at the given time. So you'll be thinking to yourself, oh, okay, X, Y, Z, or whatever the case may be. The next thing you know, you find yourself in a situation where this person just ends up leaving you for the person that has more money than you. So it's not even a matter of slipping. It's a matter of you better be the better pick, regardless of whomever this person meets. Because if they choose someone that's the better pick than you, you're finished, right? You're out of the picture. And how another person perceives the better pick out of the comparison is totally 100% obviously same thing, up to you, up to them specifically. And so the situation with you, Scorpios, is you just don't want to deal with that as of right now. The Knight of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, you have people who, you know what I'm saying, want your attention right now, but a lot of you Scorpios are just kind of thinking to yourselves like, okay, they want your attention now, but at the same time, you feel me? What are they going to do when they get your attention? Are they still going to respect it? Or are they going, as soon as they get you into a relationship, oh, okay, that's whack, right? Because a lot of people, even on a spiritual level, they don't really understand this is more so of a spiritual thing than it's just about a physical thing. A lot of those people lack a soul. They lack components. They lack values. And so because they lack values, they don't seem to understand that they can end up having a spirit. If we're talking about it on a spiritual level, they don't understand that they can have a spirit walk into them, an incubus spirit, a succubus spirit that ends up taking them over. This is why it is that you'll see like people who will get themselves into relationships, again, perfect when they're not in a relationship. Soon as someone says, okay, I'll give you a chance. As soon as a person says, okay, I'll give you a chance, next thing you know, those people start popping up, just doing all types of goofy stuff, being dysfunctional, running amok, acting wild, doing stupid things all over the place, because that person has the incubus or the succubus spirit in them. And so what ends up happening is that it's a switcheroo. So a lot of you Scorpios don't really want that. The Lovers, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Tower, which is Scorpio, and then you have the Scorpio energy right after it. So y'all are all in here, which means that y'all are embracing your power. The Lovers and the Seven of Pentacles here represents how a lot of you are in a place spiritually where you love yourself more, because you don't have to think about another person and their dysfunction, and relationships aren't inherently wrong per se, but it's just a matter of the people that you get with, or you have had the misfortune of getting with, are dysfunctional is the situation. So relationships inherently aren't wrong. But what's been going on with you Scorpios is these people are very dysfunctional. So you out here trying to make things work with these individuals, and all it is that they can do is try to kind of, put your patience to the grind to see what it is that you'll say or what you'll do. And the Tower energy represents how you Scorpios, and it is Scorpio, represents how you're just not going for it. Like, you, again, the Lovers, you have self-respect. You're able to look at yourself in the mirror and feel good about your disposition. Like I said, my most happy time, my most strong time is when I don't want a relationship, is when I'm just like, and I've experienced that a few times in my life. And my family members may have teased me about it, but I'm cool with it. I'm like, yeah, I want a relationship right now. I was like, because people don't want to be in a relationship. Like going overseas doesn't even mean that I may find somebody. And I know that. Like going overseas is, for me, again, it has I keep saying this, way more to do than just like trying to find only a wife or something like that. I may not find anybody. Even if I don't find anybody, it's still cool for me. You know why? Because to kind of show you Scorpios what I'm talking about. It's because of the fact that you don't have to, I don't have to deal with the heightened weirdo interactions. A lot of individuals are weirdos now. You try to interact with them, try to be with them, try to court them and everything like that. And unfortunately, they're not very good significant others. They are not fit for a relationship at all. And so I'm not saying that I will not find a relationship, but I'm saying that I'm not trying so hard to find one. I'm really enjoying my life. And then the thing about it is that the Scorpio energy and the Nine of Swords right here represents a lot of you Scorpios are moving forward, but you just don't want any kind of exes to contact you because for what? Like you Scorpios already been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So a lot of you Scorpios are thinking to yourselves, why would you want an individual who you already have dated to come back and try to reach back out to you? Nine of Swords, you definitely don't want them to come back. So let's clarify the lovers. Matter of fact, let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles. Some of you Scorpios may already have like an offspring. The spouse may have already moved on. You probably, some of you Scorpios may probably just look at the loved ones that you have, take care of them, show them love. Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups, Temperance, Justice, and then you have the High Priestess. To clarify, the Seven of Pentacles. Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups, Temperance. You've already felt disappointed more than a few times because greed rules, trying to take advantage rules. People aren't really getting into relationships for the correct reason. The Ace of Cups, you have something valuable to offer. And people are so stupid to the point where they don't understand that they will have the money. You feel me? Like, functional relationships require money. Like, why is money such a highlight in relationships? Like, how you going to be in a functional relationship and never go out and do anything, right? Never do anything, ever. You're with this person for 2 years and this person's never, like, taken you out ever to go anywhere, ever. Like, it's always Netflix and chill. Like, come on. And so now you have the Temperance. And the Temperance here represents how a lot of you Scorpios just see it for what it is. Like, you have a solution to that. And the solution is the Justice and the High Priestess. You're going to remain single. Once again, not saying that you Scorpios are unwilling to meet anybody, but you will kind of like get to know them. But if the two of you, it's, how do I say this? You're open to date. But the door that you Scorpios are opening first is the friendship door. Not necessarily friend zoning them. You want to establish the justice. You want to establish peace. Does a person know peace? A lot of relationships lack peace because one person starts going wild and the other person is disciplined. And they use relationships to go wild, but to still have someone who has their back, because going wild by themselves is more stupid. So let's clarify the Nine of Swords. King of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. Three of Swords. Moon card. Five of Pentacles for you Scorpios. Yet again, right? The Knight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Swords here represents how you Scorpios, and this is not something that you have to overthink. This is not something that you Scorpios have to overthink. You feel better just kind of not necessarily trying to come through the relationship door. You're trying to see where their head is first by talking to them. Not saying that you're not going to try to date them, but you're asking them some questions, and you're not necessarily trying to friend zone them or go out with them immediately. Some of you may go out with them immediately, but just hang it out right now. Just see where they are. And the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Swords here represent how a lot of you Scorpios, you feel better about this already. Now, some people, Three of Swords, Moon card, Five of Pentacles, some people are going to try to rush you into a relationship, but that, look out for that. Don't fall for that, you know. You got to ask them questions. And asking them questions doesn't take a long time, because you have disingenuous people who will be like, oh, I need 2-3 months to ask a person some questions. No, you don't. No, you don't. Listen, take it, don't take it. I'm just giving people the game. You need less than a month. If you need 2 months, you're already showing your brokenness. Show and prove. Because every single time that I've ever heard a person tell me that they needed more than 1 month before they start getting physical with this person, that lets me know that they don't ask questions. And I've asked them this. Did you used to ask questions in the past? And they have admitted, no, they never used to. Because you can find out you can find out so much about a person in less than a month. All you need to do is just ask them questions. That's all you need to do. It's not like rocket science. And again, this lets me know that a lot of people don't ask questions. So that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We're at 29,640 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever it is that I drop my videos. Peace.